Okay, Asia session watch list. Gonna flip through all my pairs and do my watch list. So the way that I do my watch list is I scan all the time frames and I see if the quick buy section is lit up. If the quick buy section is lit up, tells me I can use the chart time frame as my hard time frame bias. Then I want to drop down to lower time frames and trade in that same direction. So it is Monday, and on a Monday, first session of the week, usually I won't see many setups. Lots of my setups require that momentum time frame to be triggered. In the case of the H4, I want to see the weekly time frame triggered, and it's pretty unlikely that Asia session is going to give me a move to the previous week high or previous week low. So very often I'll wait until London or New York session, because Asia session we're right in the middle of ranges, and right now I have no idea where this is going. Last trigger on this time frame is the previous week high, so I do have a bearish bias, but it's not confirmed until one of these peak levels are triggered. Once the peak level is triggered, it tells me what current price action is doing, and then I'll be wanting to trade from those areas instead. So nothing here on Nikkei, and if there's nothing, I'll just move on. Gold, nothing here as well. Daily, weekly, H4, H2, M15. Nothing here. M15 does have setups here, but we are in ranges. I don't mind trading in ranges, but if I can find something better, then I'd rather trade that. AJ, you can see on the daily, I have everything that I'm looking for. Bullish directional bias, momentum time frame has been triggered. Monthly traders have been triggered, breaking out of the previous month high. Markets in expansion. However, we are in ranges here. We faked out the higher of the range. I expect price to come down. It doesn't look like it triggered that low of the range. So if it does not trigger that low, I still have a bearish bias. For me, the way I trade ranges, fake out one side of the range, I expect price to get to the other. Once it fakes out the other side, then goes back up. Technically, it has not faked out the low, so I still have bearish bias on this one. And this is why it's not lit up. Range is going the opposite direction of the bias. Looks like we have this nasty little gap here. This is exactly why I don't trade over the weekend, or I don't hold over the weekend. If I took a breakout, this is not a breakout I would take, but if I were in a breakout here with my stops at the low, this move here would absolutely wreck my account. I learned that the hard way many times. Do not trade or do not hold my trades over the weekend. So we do have a setup here, everything that I'm looking for, and a trend retracement setup. But lots of times these gaps kind of mess price action up a bit. So I'll put it on the watch list, but I don't think I'll be looking at this. Usually I'll wait for another H8 to close in order to look at things like this. Price has come up and actually filled that, so maybe I'll look at this if I don't see anything else. But for now, I'm just going to stay away from that. But again, I don't mind that, but I'd rather trade something that's moving better. Looks like we're going to have these nasty moves on yen pairs. Nothing here on CAD yen. EJ, yeah. So all yen pairs, I think I better stay away from these. So we do have things on the hard time frames. Signal bar in the previous bar. That's a pullback continuation. That's a unidirectional cycle. So I do have bullish bias here. Weekly has everything I'm looking for. Trend retracement setup. Trend retracement, I want to see price come down, fake out the previous day low in this case, and then take it back up. So star icon, trend retracement setup, looking for a bullish one. Breakout bar in the weekly we have. Want to see price retrace down to the breakout level. We're right at that breakout level. Fake out the momentum time frame, which we have, and then get back up. Let's see. Previous day low breakout levels right here. Can't really see where that previous day low is. Is it below or above? But this would be a setup. But again, like this nasty move here is not something that I would want to be trading. Moves like this can kind of mess up the indicator. It's a little bit of a quirk here. This kind of closed bullish, but we closed bearish. So technically this is a bearish breakout, but we have a bullish candle. So that kind of is going to screw up with the coding until maybe the next bar. And that's why I kind of wait. So these ones I'll take more in a discretionary way instead of relying on the indicator. But I'm sure I can find something better than that. So I'm not going to be Looking at that one here, we have stuff here on the higher time frame, but again, that gap on the time frames. Okay, nothing going on. NJ, UJ, nothing here. Yen pairs have been really good to me lately, so I do want to get in on them, but um, nothing set up for now. Higher time frames here on Aussie USD, don't see anything. NZD USD, this is one I was looking at in New York session on the H2, I think. Wanted to see price get back under, and was waiting for this move, getting underneath that breakout level and underneath previous day high. Finally did that, but it did it on today's, was it today? 6 a.m. Yeah. So, yeah. So it did not, yeah, obviously I'm not trading at that time. Um, but this would be a trend retracement setup, strong breakout bar to the downside, bearish directional bias. This is based off of the last session's momentum time frame. So we have triggered that previous day high coming down. And this is something that I probably would be trading if it were in my session. So right here, breakout bar to the downside, looking for a trend retracement setup. Price retrace back up to the breakout level, and exactly picture perfect here, but just wrong timing. So when we have these strong breakouts, I'm looking for a trend retracement setup, which is trading these breakout alignment patterns, looking for a reversal, continuation, or pullbacks. And this one is a reversal. So we have the breakout level right here. Price came up, faked out the high. That's a breakout reversal. This is a valid entry if we have enough room. Aggressive, but it is valid. But the one that I like is flipping that breakout level. So it did that and lets me know exactly which one. False breakout, and trend retracement moves. I want to take it right all the way down to the low. And so it moved perfectly, but yeah, just wrong timing for me. And right now, nothing here. Moving on, Aussie CAD. And again, it's pretty unlikely that I'll have a trade setup in Asia session on a Monday. And this actually was my biggest problem when I was trading before. I would be so excited over the weekend for the markets to open on a Monday. And then as soon as Monday opened, I would blow my account by trading all these moves on Monday's Asia session. So again, learned that the hard way. Okay, so we do have some movement here. Trend retracement setup on Aussie NZD H4. Faked out previous week low coming up. That move is on the 3 minutes. Trade the H4 bar in a 3 minute. Right there at the bottom, execution time frame. Want to see price retrace down to low to take it up. So this H4 bar just closed. Usually I'm waiting for the H4 bar close in Asia session to trade Forex pairs. So right now is the best time to start looking for trades. H8 is still breaking out, so I'd rather, well, this is another 4 hours, so still plenty of time for this. Okay, I don't mind this one. I'll come back to this. Actually, I don't like the levels. We're right at fake out levels. This is not something that I like. I also don't like such a strong push up. The breakout level is so far down that I wouldn't really expect a trend retracement setup. So yeah, not my favorite one. Actually, I'll make it back to Aussie and back to regular colors here. When I put it to green, I put it on the short list. So right now I don't see anything here. Fake out high. Nothing here. This looks closing right at levels here. Pullback continuation. Have everything I'm looking for. We are in ranges here. The range is at the top. H2 range, H8 range. H2 range. We do have a range here, but we have come up and faked that one side. So I do have bearish bias on this range. And the other range was on the momentum time frame. And we have not triggered any, but it's a large range and we have other confluences. So this I don't mind. Lower time frames start reversing before higher time frames. So if I start seeing the lower time frames start moving and giving me entries, then there's a possibility that price is starting to flip. We are below weekly breakout levels. It's a breakout week last week, inside week, so we did not have any continuations here. Would prefer price to be triggering these weekly levels, but I don't mind this either. I'm going to wait for a pullback on this one, put it on a short list. I'll be back looking at EURAUD in 15 minutes here. Your NZD daily pushing up. No setup here. Narrow breakout range. Daily breakout levels right here. Previous day highs up here. So that's a narrow breakout range. Whenever I see a narrow breakout range, I'm not looking for a trend retrace. I'm still looking for a trend retracement, but there's a high possibility that you're going to have a trend breakout instead. So trend breakouts, I want a narrow breakout range. I want to see price kind of retrace, consolidate, and then right at the end, usually you're going to see a fake out of a low. So if well, the H8 low is a bit far here. I want to see basically I was saying that price consolidating, and then right at the end it's going to come down and take out all that bottom before it starts to break out to the top. But we are coming in from a fake out high, so a little bit mixed bias here. Yeah, keep an eye on it, but don't initially like everything that I saw there. Okay, nothing here. Scalping time frame here. Bullish one, not my favorite. Just by looking at the structure, it's not really my preferred one. These are also scalping time frames. GBP and GDS, terrible spread for scalping, at least on my broker. So unlikely to look at that one. Keeping my eye on the clock, I was looking at EURAUD 15 minutes, so I'll be back that 15-minute bar. Don't want to miss that. And again, I'm just flipping through, looking at the quick buy section. And if I didn't see anything, then I'll explore a little bit more and look for discretionary setups. Not on a Monday, but on other days, I would definitely do that. Yeah, just in ranges here. I don't like trading Swiss pairs because we're always in ranges. Swiss JPY, but again, that gap. Okay, everything I want here, but we are in ranges, faked out one side of the range, and we do have bearish bias, but you never know what's going to happen in a range. I don't mind this trend reversal. So trend reversal setups, bearish one, I want to see a breakout bar to the upside, which we have, and then I'd like to see fake out of the high, come down. This one right here, and did not do that. Did not come up. Instead, it flipped breakout levels, and now we're below the low. So we're below here. This is a trend reversal, and trend reversals I trade as a breakout trade. We're going from a low to a low, so I consider that a breakout trade, trend reversal, and so I'm looking for one of these patterns to continue from way down here. Put it on the watch list, but not my favorite. Okay, so pretty much don't like anything that I saw there. Did have a bearish bias on Nikkei because it's triggered the daily range. So I do want this to continue on down. Took one in New York, got out. It looks like it jumped back up to that breakout level, and now looking for a move back down. So these are not going to be lit up because we're in ranges, and the quick bias is letting me know if we're in trends. So these Nikkei trades are going to be more discretionary. If I don't see anything I like, then I focus on my core pairs, which are the indices, and Asia session is going to be Nikkei and gold. So I'll probably look for some scalping moves on these ones, which won't really follow the quick bias. Very often it won't. But let's see. Okay, so decide I'm just going to do these videos separately. I'm going to do the watch list separate from the lives and the recaps. So that's what I'm looking for in London session, Asia session. EURAUD, want to see M15 close and breakout, then I'm going to look for a pullback, and I'll see if I find that in the live video.